Yeah, and ONIC already showing the emotes and the aggression early out. Now, I feel like from the side of ONIC, what they really need to do is that I believe the combination of Gwen, Minnow, and Odette, all three at once, is just going to eradicate RCC. So from the side of RCC, I'd like to see those tactile plays. They have a Fredrin. I mean, he's kind of fast. Maybe keeping the Matilda and the Fredrin together and focusing on the side objectives while trying to keep ONIC at bay could be the win condition for RCC. But again, we are seeing a little bit of a different game. Not too much aggression here, but Castle, Boot.
Oh, a little bit of damage on a Boots there. He backs off, but yes, you're right. Deus, I mean, this normally happens. When you get to a game 3 like this, both teams start slowing it down a little bit. It's like, okay, let's not get too crazy. If we make one wrong mistake, that could be it.
Going back to the fundamentals.
Go. ONIC gonna take the delayed approach. One shot, goes in, gets the stun, but Kyrie knocks him up. Kyrie in a little bit of trouble. Out comes Boots, able to get the kill on one shot. Turtle still there, but now it's him. For the side of RCC, they're taking too much damage. Troublemaker goes down. Boots able to get the final slash on 2 members, looking for Kyrie, but he has to escape before he can get the kill.
I mean, that ONIC won that by a mile.
A lot.
I mean, 2 kills, the Turtle. I mean, we've seen Troublemaker steal, what is it called? The something
Swan Song.
I don't even know. Swan Song? Yeah, Swan Song. So able to steal the Swan Song, utilize that on the Turtle take, but it just wasn't enough. And that is one thing to kind of talk about, is that they really don't have any knock-up on the side of RCC to interrupt the Odette. Because that is the only thing, if I'm not mistaken, during the new patch, is that knock-up is the only thing that will stop it. And ONIC has that. So RCC, I think Troublemaker needs to start stealing Keyboard's ult, utilizing that Minnow's Rage. So let's keep an eye on that. On ONIC's side, they just got to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think them being up right now, like they have a decent late game right here. They're going to have a great power spike with Boots on the CC. We know how much damage the CC can do, especially against chunky guys like a Fredrin. So RCC needs to be careful about that. They need to maybe slow them down a little bit. One shot does take a hit to the face and in a little bit of trouble. But here goes QP looking for the engage, decides to back off, does zone away ONIC there. ONIC definitely not overstaying their welcome at any point. They're taking things slow in game 3.
I was about to say, game 2 ONIC, they would have attacked that. So, again, we're kind of seeing them going back to the fundamentals, building that foundation, and keeping RCC at bay. And again, that's a good go for when you're facing a team that is as aggressive as RCC. Keep them at bay. The next Turtle take is coming up. Is this the time RCC takes one for themselves? Oh my God.
Kyrie might be in a little bit of trouble here. Gonna get dashed on. They're gonna try to move in onto him. Kyrie looking to get away. Will get stunned, but no. Troublemaker gets the kill. The No One's Fury comes down, and now Troublemaker's in trouble as well. Castle forced to run away. QP fell already. One shot. Trying to stay on this Turtle. He really wants it, but is it worth it? He's taking too much damage. Moving on over to Boots. Weiser getting a couple free shots. One shot goes down. Boots picks up the kill. Castle should be next. Decides to get away. Keyboard decides to back off. It's 5-1, 5 minutes in. ONIC still holding a strong lead.
I mean, one thing to point out by ONIC is that Kyrie just knows how to force RCC or just any team into the position that he wants. Combined with Sans and Keyboy there, it was too much for him. Oh man, Odette's actually punching a pack. Or packing a punch. Jesus.
Jesus. Come on.
Pastor G in the house.
Here too is you mentioned how ONIC they're always forcing the fights. Well, they don't have Boots this time on a heavy CC engager like Lapu, right? It's more of just, I'm gonna chip away, do damage, so they have to definitely approach these a little bit differently when you don't have Boots like constantly causing the mayhem that he causes, but they're still doing it well. To Kyrie, just Grand Theft Purple buff, as the great Leo would like to say, just walks in, takes it, walk out, and this is the ONIC that we know picking apart RCC right now.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking neutral objective after neutral objective. RCC trying to respond against with their aggressiveness, but you can already see 19K versus 15K. ONIC in a little bit of the lead. The pressure there.
Oh, the knock up. The Violent Requiem paired up with a flicker from Keyboy, knocking 2 members up. QP forced to back off. ONIC have taken over the jungle. They're bringing the aggression now at 7 minutes in.
My God. ONIC is just... They're showing why they came in second place at M5. The aggressors, the controllers... Kyrie isn't even farming at this point. He's just showing his presence. Let's see what they can do here. I think they are going to go actually help Boots in the top lane. Maybe try to get a gank on a castle. Oh, no.
I mean, definitely got to figure something out. RCC, at this point, probably just need to get back to kind of what their plan was in game one. Just slow it down. They haven't I mean, 5K is a pretty big gap, but they definitely don't want to let it go anymore. But no, RCC, man, they're like, yo, what's up? Let's do this. Let's run it. They're going to move on to the mid-side. B-Boy in a little bit of trouble, taking some free shots. QP with the Ka, able to knock him up. And in comes Kyrie. Albert getting free shots as well. But the final slash locks onto Sans. Sans might have gone too deep. They get the kill. ONIC now forced to back off. They lost a member. RCC comes up in the trade.
Yeah, they did take down quite a bit of ONIC, though. And then this is, again, where one shot exceeded in the last game. They're going to give up the turtle, but they're going to secure some neutral objectives. Taking out Kyrie's purple buff kind of leaves him at a disadvantage. Guinevere really needs that extra defense, but look at Kyrie responding. He's like, by taking their own.
We could trade up, bro, just like Pokemon cards. You take this one, I take that one, and now ONIC's going to take a tower in the midst of that trade, still consistently coming out on top in the midst of it all.
That is where key communication comes, but look at the fly trap possibly coming down. RCC, but Boots in the back line.
In the middle of them all, he's in trouble. Does not get knocked up, though. RCC decides not to go for it. QP didn't get the knock up there, or at least stopped it in midway.
I'm actually really surprised that they... the second round RCC would have took that engage, but again, back down to the fundamentals. They are definitely playing a passive game. Last time around the 9-minute mark, we were like 30 kills in, but that is a different time.
Something like that, yeah.
Here. He said something like that. Next turtle's not too long. I mean, economically, we can definitely tell ONIC's on top. Right now, I feel like they really need to stop Boots, Albert, and then if they really need to catch a pick on the Keyboy. He's kind of off-centered, but look at this. I like this. They're going to take what they can, take a tower down in the bot, but maybe they lose mid?
No, Castle was able to push those minions in, should be okay. I was a little worried he missed the final slash, but at least they get to clear the minions quickly. And in the bot side, RCC still finding macro across the map, finding something to get, and those minions are going to push in, take a little bit more damage onto that bottom tier 2 as well.
Man, I see, this is the stickiest situation. Like, we can see everything. It might have been almost beneficial, but the minions, are they going to take out the second? They did!
Oh! That's a dub.
That's two towers. That is a win. I mean, huge. That's going to set them up for the Lord. That keeps Boots in the bottom lane. Do they respond with a pick on them, though? That's what they want.
Yeah, they're going to go for Boots in the bot side. Take the kill. They don't want to fight for the Lord. But if they can get Boots here, it's a great trade. They got to take the slow. He's got the... Hold on. Boots in a little bit of trouble. They find it. Down he goes. QP able to get the kill. Up at the top, Kyrie still on the Lord. Down low, Kyrie will be able to get it, and we saw the same exact play, and I think it was game 2, right? They gave up the Lord, went for a slide push. Wait a second, gonna lock on a Castle here. Albert has already used a speedy light wheel. Castle should be okay. Kyrie, Keyboy, and Sans are gonna try to close in onto the boss side. Wiser in a very bad position. Don't know if he's gonna be able to get away from this one. Sans on a one shot. It's 2 up against 4. Pinned up against the wall. Albert there with speedy light wheel, it'll lock on. Big Violent Requiem, one shot in trouble. Should go down here. Is he going to be able to get away from this? Wiser goes down, but one shot still on the map. Able to just get back to his team, get to safety, but Kyrie still on the chase, gets the knock up. One shot still up, though. One shot, man. Big W's on the map. You might have lost Wiser, but he has been carrying the past 2 games.
Man, I mean, just the combination of Koopy there to be able to save one shot was clutch, but this is a huge disadvantage for RCC. They split. Keyboy able to read the situation and keep them at bay, allowing all the lanes to be synced, and the Lord barreling down. RCC needs to defend this, and again, we've seen them do it before. Can they do it again with such a deficit?
I mean, I'm wondering what ult Troublemaker takes here. I think he's got to go for the Minoan's Fury, but it seems like he's not taking it, even though he's right next to him. Maybe he's looking for the Swan Song, looking for something else. But I feel like they need the big CC potential. They need the combo. They need the big play possibilities. Troublemaker does end up picking up the Swan Song here. Lord is gone. ONIC, though, still being aggressive, looking for a singular mess up. Watch for Keyboy into the backside. Waiting to use that Minoan's Fury, but a lot of damage on a Boots. Boots goes down. Swan Song comes out from Sans. It's a 1-for-1 right now. Boots for Castle. Make it one shot as well. Albert able to pick up the kill. Keyboy falls to Weiser, though. Weiser getting 3 shots off, and ONIC has to back off. They did get an inhibitor, though. It's 2 for 2. Royal Cyber Club kind of evens out there a bit, even though they lost an inhibitor.
Yeah, I mean, losing your tier 3 inhibitor does force that lane to be a little bit stronger for the side of ONIC. So again, a little bit of a win. They did overstay their welcome and lose 2 of their own. Right now, RCC, we can kind of take a look at some of the items. We see, again, Kyrie, we're looking at 7-3 versus 6-6. So again, Kyrie's definitely winning in gold there, as well as the mage difference is there with the gold. There's so much penetration and burn picked up by Sans, and Albert maxed out already. Definitely gonna have to keep a... Ooh, they were able to hit the retreat there.
Oh, that was worrisome. Weiser was able to pick it up, though. One shot now, looking for the purple. Should be able to get it. I would
force this.
What do you mean?
See, Kyrie already used retry. They could force this right here into...
Force Lord.
Yeah, they could force Lord.
That's dangerous. Don't get too crazy. They're going to look for pickoffs as well. But yeah, I mean, they could. You're right. They could just like get in there and, yo, let's do this. But
I guess it just comes down to communication. Like, did they know that Kyrie utilized his retry right there in the bush?
RCC is forced to go back to base, clear out some of these waves, play the macro game here, and just hope they can hold on to this defense. They do have Weiser, who, I mean, even though he's behind Albert, he's only died once. He still has picked up a decent amount of items. He can make work of the Lord if given the time. RCC just needs to provide that for him. They need to provide that space for him. Once again, I want to see Troublemaker with that Minoan's Fury, man. I mean, I think the big knockup could be the time that they need for Weiser to unload just the extra bit of free slot shots.
Yeah, you can see that Troublemaker's attempting to try to steal probably Odette's ult at this point. They need as much AoE as they possibly can. The crowd buff is engaged. RCC, can you mount up a defense against ONIC?
Watch for Keyboy. He's going to be one of the engagers here. He's waiting for the right moment. The flicker play to end all flicker plays. Lord marching down the bot side. Kyrie's going to be taking his hand. Boots also making his way around, but they are chipping away at it. ONIC haven't made the big move just yet. Boots going to get final slashed over. Castle looking for the angle. Kyrie tries to dash in, but gets no knockup. The Swan Song does come out from the side of RCC. Lord finally down, but look at the damage! On to Castle, Troublemaker, and one shot, they're all deleted. And ONIC make quick work of game number 3. It was a valiant effort from RCC, but in the end...